Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm MaryAnne, and this is MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. And welcome to your Sun Sign Daily Love Connection readings. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. It's here. I'm like a kid. I'm so excited. I'm wearing my Thanksgiving garb right now, and I'll be leaving to spend time with my two sons, and I guess there's 6 of us total. And I am so excited and so grateful. So I want to send amazing, beautiful, healing, compassionate love to every one of you out there, even ones that don't celebrate Thanksgiving, and all of your connections, whatever level of love that is, because truthfully, a lot of us, myself included, don't have some of our loved ones in our lives anymore. And, my parents have been gone for a long time, but they're always in my heart, right? And more than ever during the holidays, because I attribute and contribute my happiness, my gratitude to them, for them, and what they brought into my life. And a couple of relatives of mine, my siblings, passed very recently, so it's still very kind of new, and it's just being grateful for this moment, right? Because we never know, and we just embracing that, and especially this year, right? For those that have had to say goodbye, my heart is with you. I just pray that you feel a gratitude that's will last, will last a lifetime, and every Thanksgiving and every day. So the featured sun sign for today is Leo, and that means we've gone around the zodiac wheel twice now. And I usually do the first time, for the beginning of the month and then mid-month. And I started with Leo this time because it was a little different. And the highlighted connection with Leo today will be Aries. Now wait, did I just do that? Because I love it. It's this incredible, passionate, perfect, fiery energy with what's happening in our stars and in astrology. Let me double check, because I don't want to do the same highlight each time. I can change that. But then remembering that I'm going to be doing 3 major categories for those that are new. 3 major category messages for the highlighted, which I think is going to be, let me double check here. So it was with Aries. I'm so sorry. Yeah, and it looked very familiar. We just did that. So we need to do another one. That was from the beginning or the mid-month. One more time, Leo. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's so funny. And then it went on to, it's like halfway on to Pisces, and I feel like that was the one before. I kid you not. Pretty good memories these days. And like I said, we want to, no, it was Capricorn. Pisces was Capricorn. Let's do it. Leo and Pisces. God, I love this. Now, I had a Leo who was one of the siblings that passed, and his first girlfriend, who we're still very much in touch with 40-something years later, she was a Pisces. So yeah, it was a very intense and beautiful and passionate and loving relationship. So I feel there's a lot of you out there. And so we're going to talk about that. And then I'm going to read an individual zodiac sign for every other zodiac, individual message, for every other zodiac sign in connection with this beautiful Leo energy and, special someone in your life. Now, Leos are the most brilliant sun-ruled sign, okay? They have that beginning of their life energy, motivation, shine about them, right? This confidence you cannot mistake, this leadership quality where I envision with my brothers, and one that I will not be seeing today, but I certainly have in the past at Thanksgiving, sitting at the head of the table, right? Looking down this long table of, friends, family that he's so graciously invited into his home, and making sure everybody is cared for and taken care of, and doing his speeches and his long-winded, what have you. And sorry to my brother if you're watching, which you're most likely not, but no, just loving with every bit of their soul, their passionate, heart-driven, souls, to just revel in love, revel in gratitude, revel in, the capacity to give. And they're really very giving people, and either sign, either gender. They have great dignity and pride in what they do because they want it to be done the best. They want to be recognized for that. They want to hear the accolades about it. They have no qualms in making that clear. If you're in a relationship, it's a one-on-one marriage commitment. Yeah, you can definitely stoke their egos as much as you want. It will not do any harm, and they will absolutely put you on a pedestal. When you are their one and only, that you're center stage, as I always say, because the whole world is their stage in my mind. And ironically, the Leo brother that is still living is an actor, so it's been his whole life career, and he's amazing at it. But yeah, he loves the creativity of it. He loves the changeability, although he's a fixed sign, and that's very clear. I mean, some Leos are more prominently, you see that. Like you can have great relationships with them and conversations, but there are just certain things that they're not going to budge on. They have these opinions and ideas. That's it. Just know that, because I think probably all of us have a little bit of us in that. It's pretty strong with that. But let's get to the really beautiful positive. That's where I really strive on this channel. The positive aspects or personality traits, because we're speaking about the sun sign. That's the first house in our solar, our native chart. Each house has a representation of a different part of our being, what it represents in our lives. The first house is us. It's the sun in there. It's our ego. It's our drive. It's our interest. How people perceive and see us. So, and then the people we want to hang out with and be with and connect with and love. And so, yeah, there's great demonstrative love that's seen with Leos in everything they do. And yes, they have a bark sometime that's way louder than their bite. Because I know a lot of Leos that, they're very vocal and very strong about their opinions. And then as soon as you say, but I feel, and you meet them head on, they're like, oh, okay. That sounds good too, especially if you're another Leo. Which brings up a topic that I'm going to bring in real quickly. The last 4 days of this month, because we've finished the second time around the zodiac wheel, I will be picking the two same sun sign connections, because a predominant amount of this population are couples or relationships or great connections that are the same sun sign. So I'll toss the dice as to what that will be, but that'll be 4 days of that, and then an individual message for all of their connections. So stay tuned for that. It'll be, of course, listed. So yes, then we have Pisces. Oh my gosh, Pisces, sweet, tender, sensitive, water element Pisces. Mutable, changeable, going with the flow, want everything to be nice. Let's not argue. Let's not get upset. Let's tame the wild beast and the fiery energy of Leo. Good luck on that. But no, seriously, water can put out fire, right? Now, you don't want to put it out too much, but you can definitely sprinkle it sometimes if it gets a little too heated. That's a very appropriate thing to do, especially when you have so much love and real, I would say, connection with each other. There's this amazing attraction when you have water and fire. And like I said, sometimes it can be too much tension. We need that tension, excitement, butterflies. Just keeping it as temperate as you can, depending on your life, your, nature versus nurture, I always say. And, the different phases we have in our life is how well you'll accommodate to the differences of others. And yeah, the maturity level that you have. It's not good or bad or anything. It's just, it is what it is, right? It's the different times in our life that when you're at different stages and maybe older, like myself, I look back and I think, wow, I have an entirely different approach to that type of situation now, I mean, a lot of it is hormonal. Let's be real about that. That's a given. And when you're lessened in the hormonal aspect of your life, you sit and you think, wow, those dramatic, oh my gosh, intense arguments or beautiful, passionate things, it was all hormonal, And thank God for hormones, but yeah, they really settle down a lot. So I feel like once you get to understand each other's love language, as I always say, you can really work through anything, and anyone can get along with anyone in this world. Sometimes it just takes a little bit more, right? And there's a real desire for that with you too. Now, Pisces are ruled by Neptune. So that has been in retrograde, and that's meaning it was very introspective for a lot of Pisceans. And, things were very unclear and cloudy, and they really rely a lot on their intuition to begin with. And they have great psychic ability to understand what's going on well ahead of the times of other people in this world. They are known as the, psychics who can predict outcomes, well in advance. They sense sincerity in others. They are very, very in tune with others' energies. And, that's a blessing and a curse at the same time. They definitely are very impressionable, and they want to give and help and nurture and do all those things, but they need to be very careful because they might take on the pain of others. They might take on too much, which will really knock their game off, right? Because they need that balance like anybody. And it's an energy thing, which is even more important, when your energy is not on an even keel. It will affect your body and your mind and spirit. So that's a constant with them, having to do that. They're known as the old soul. They're the 12th sign of the zodiac. Neptune is going stationing direct, though, on the 28th. That's on, when is that? Saturday, right? So a lot of things are going to be much more clear. And with all the planets now direct, as opposed to many that have been in retrograde for the last 4 to 6 months, a lot better communication, a lot better understanding with our relationships. We're in the season of Sagittarius, happy birthday all Sagittarians. That's a fellow fire sign to Leo. So a lot of beautiful, optimistic plans, motivated energy about movement and moving forward with our plans at long last. Carefully, of course, but nevertheless, opening up. And then last but not least, astrology-wise, for the two of you, like everybody, we have this incredible, partial lunar eclipse. I'm so sorry. On Sunday. So I'm already feeling that. And it's going to be in Gemini. And Gemini is so much about our communication, our connections with others. Leo's an incredibly sociable sign. And it's beautiful we have the featured sign as Leo on a day like Thanksgiving, because they, like I said, they love that. They love being social, and they love being with people they love, as does Pisces. So the two of you will do really well today. And if you're feeling sensitive about something, do your best to just kind of sit in that moment of gratitude, right? Because that's when it really just diminishes. It just overrides anything. And of course, love does as well. So I really like this a lot. Very creative and artistic energies from both of you when it comes to, maybe entrepreneurial ideas together. Excellent, very, very driven. And I feel happiness. I feel very positive energies coming through today. And of course, the planets have a lot to do with that. And thank you. We welcome this so much, right? It is time. So those eclipses that come, that will be in Gemini. Then we'll have the series for a good year or more in the Gemini Sagittarius combination, which is the new solar eclipse will be, the solar new moon eclipse will be in in Sagittarius on the 14th of December. So that in itself is going to bring such new transformational energy that it's amazing and beautiful and so much different than the energies you've been feeling this whole year, because a lot of it's been in Earth planets and now it's not. So there you go with that. Let me do my best to speak as clearly as I can and give you the messages for the beautiful highlighted connection of Leo and Pisces. I'll explain them as I go along. I love that. And yeah, the deck is upside down. Okay. Oh, how incredible. Like I said, I felt really, really good. Now, the first category is overall energy. And that's basically what I call the catalyst card, what brought you to this reading to this day. Of course, November 26th, 2020. It can last a week. It can last longer. It can last 2 minutes. You may not feel it today. You may feel it tonight. don't give up, because these resonance with ourselves have a lot to do with other planets in our chart and variables that are, ongoing. But for the most part, there's a story here with the 3, and I think 1 out of the 3 should definitely hit home. And so the very first card for the overall energy is the Ace of Cups. Wow. That's the epitome of love. That is absolutely heart-centered, which both of you have so much of. And emotional fulfillment and creativity, like none other, that you have the ability to create. Like I said, together, I feel like in your relationship, a lot of times I've found with Leos, and not necessarily Pisces, but Leos would want to join forces with their connections that matter the most to them in a way that they can produce and create together as well. I see this often. And that's what this is being shown right here. This is amazing, beautiful, love-centered gifts, right? Gifts that are being offered to you. It's the beginning. It's a big opportunity, I'm feeling. And with this beautiful, Gemini lunar eclipse coming up, it's going to change things. It can change it instantly. They eclipse things in, they eclipse things out. Now, the full moon, of course, always illuminates things and brings culmination many times, but it can also, because of that, start new things. And it will last 6 months to a year. So whatever is transpiring or what's, intentionally being sought by the two of you is going to be incredibly beneficial, and it's going to make you really happy. And I think you're feeling that right now, and especially today. It's a beautiful, beautiful feeling. You're going to have a wonderful time. Allow that into your life, Let go of anything that doesn't feel necessary, right? Just always bring in as much love as possible. And that's gorgeous. Now, the second category is the possible blessings or obstacles. And you have the 9 of Wands. So this is one of those things where it's the end. It's the end of a cycle when it's 9. The 10 is the new cycle. The 9 of Wands is just incredible, fiery. Wands represent fire. So there you go, Leo. You're very much in your energy, which doesn't surprise me. And then with the help of being in Sagittarius season, fellow fire sign, and with the moon in Aries today, I forgot to mention that. This is a triad. This is this powerful, powerful, positive energy that's just growing inside of you, because it's all been so stagnant for so many of us, and particularly the fire signs. You've wanted to do more. You've had it inside of you. We're just bursting out of every cell, but you were not able to do it. That's all changing. Now, this is showing me that there's been a lot of hard work. If it hasn't been physical work, which I think a lot of it has been, it's just about the mental anguish and desires and just creativity that you have harbored this whole year, and you're just around the corner from it actually coming through, right? It's just a matter of moments and never, ever letting go and believing so strongly. And it's been really tiring, and I know for myself, not being able to work for 7 months, it was just a day-by-day play. And I always tried to profess that in my readings, because I would make sure I got up, I make sure I had a ritual of some sort, but that ritual and that, regular routine, I should say, was not a big one. So it definitely changed after months my motivation, my energy levels, of course. And that's all being built back up. And I know that that's kind of what this is representing. So that might be the obstacle. It's like, wow, where is all my energy? Please don't be frightened or fearful about that, because it's coming, and it's going to be stronger, and it's going to be steadfast and powerful. And you're almost there, okay, for that new cycle. Allow it to come in, and certainly by the Sagittarius, solar eclipse on the 14th, which is your fellow fire sign. So this is exciting to me, even reading it. I'm getting goosebumps, because you have a lot of things coming up. Prepare for them, and you're good to go. And the two of you can really, kind of help to, just always support each other and kind of keep the balance going there, right? Don't overdo it, don't underdo it. Talk to each other, work together with that and help each other out. And then the final category is under finances, or, our physical, tangible things we can touch, feel, and see in our lives. And you have the High Priestess. Well, there you are, Pisces. It's so amazing to me because these cards are always so incredibly perfect when I'm speaking of the featured sign, or I do the individual, connections, which is coming up. This is your highest power. This is your incredible gift. To me, it's the feminine version of the magician. We have everything we need right here. And it always is an inside job, as you hear about. It starts from within, and that's what we exude to others. And you don't see it. Sometimes you do because you're physical about it, but it's there, and that's what, obviously, like I said, water signs and Pisces pick up on. But trusting in that, and trusting in your abilities, and never letting go of that belief, and allowing the co-creation, because yes, it's you. Yes, you have free will. Yes, these are messages and energies available to you. Choose them as you will, or not at all. It's up to you, and you alone will know what is right and what is not. And when it comes to finances and stability, you have the gift to create anything you want and be completely financially free. And I mean, I'm being so sincere when I say that. What is your thought process? What are you feeling and bringing into your life? That is so much a part of course, the law of attraction and the ability that we all have. But divine intervention and knowing is crucial in any part of your life so that you can create and you can build wealth and well-being and, just the life that you truly, truly want. Answers are coming through. If they're not known yet, like I said, Neptune is still in retrograde. So when it goes forward in another couple days, it's slow moving. It's been retrograde for a while. It's an outer moving planet that's quite slow. It's really going to just be an amazing thing. A whole new, perhaps, job, idea, start in a relationship, whatever, as far as being able to work together, grow together, build wealth, build stability, build security, right? The world is your oyster, and I absolutely love that. I love this reading. It's filled with love. It's filled with hope and optimism. And it shows that you have the desire and the fire to make it happen. Just try your best not to overdo it. Watch your body. Be very careful, especially with holidays and festivities happening. It's easy to, drink a little more than you might. But I think you're intelligent enough to go within and decide what that is for you. So no preaching on this end, okay? Much love to you. I love that. Let's read your individual messages for every other sign in connection with Leo. And we have Aquarius, which is your polar opposite, Leo, and it's directly across from you. There's 6 astrology signs on one side and 6 on the other. You two have this instant magnetic kind of pull towards each other, and very much different in your approaches, but very, very complementary and very, very harmonious in many ways. So we have Aquarius, which is a fixed sign like you. There's a compatibility, unless you're not agreeing on the same thing, and then that's just something you work at, because that's what you do when you love. But determination is what I always think about a fixed sign, just the desire to really see things through and to put your heart and soul into it. Both of you are very much capable of that. Aquarius is an air sign, so it's very much about the mind and thoughts and ideas and creations and learning and studying and growing and expanding our ability to share that and communicate that with the world. And Uranus is the ruling planet of Aquarius, so there's huge surprises and unexpected turn of events that happen. Uranus is ruling of science and medicine and amazing forward-thinking inventions, innovative things, pioneering ideas, outside of the box, just phenomenal, incredible scientific things that will help the world, okay, as a global situation, which is exactly what an Aquarius thinks about. They think in huge terms, as does Leo. You see where there's this beautiful connection and synchronicity going there? Now, the two of you have that great love and open-heartedness for each other, regardless of the connection. And you also love socializing. You're friendly. You love adventure. You love passion. And I think you could have great communication together, great creative ideas. And let's see what your message says. Fantastic. You have the Six of Pentacles. This is a beautiful card. It is the earth element. It is about our sustenance, our, security, certainly money-wise, but also, our fundamental life situations, our work, our home, our families, feeling confident and secure. And what this represents is the reciprocation of money. Six is the balance, okay, is the balance of giving and receiving. So I feel like the two of you are feeling balanced in your relationship. I feel like you're feeling secure. I feel like you are feeling like you're both helping each other out in some way. Certainly could be financially. Or if it's not the two of you helping yourselves out, somehow, in some way, somebody's bringing money into the situation for you. Maybe family or friends or institutions or government at some point, we hope. And it's from what you've done and how you've given, because everything is exactly that. It's a cycle. It's a currency. When you give, you get, right? The law of attraction. Karma is another way to put it, right? It's beautiful. Just know that if you've been giving and it's been strictly, from the bottom of your heart, you can bet your bottom dollar you're going to be getting it back. That's a beautiful thing. And I feel like that's the energy that'll be with you today, especially. It's just that loving feeling, and just it's genuine. It feels comfortable. It feels down to earth. It feels permanent, This isn't a fly-by-night kind of a situation or relationship or financial situation. So that's gorgeous. Then we have Capricorn and Leo. Very, very different. Capricorn is an earth sign. Leo is the fire. Coming from whole different energies and ways of looking at life, but very compatible because you really are serious about what you do. You want to be the best. Certainly Capricorn does. Their whole thing with their ruling planet as Saturn, which is the taskmaster, it happens to be in Capricorn, as does Pluto, as does Jupiter, but not for too long. All of those planets will go into Aquarius as we enter into the age of Aquarius. And the air signs will predominate for the next 200 years. So yeah, lots of changes, lots of communication, lots of new ideas, not so much tradition like Capricorn and grounded, practical, reliable type of energy. But, you got to love the earth signs for that stability, for that steadfastness. And when it comes to Capricorn, they're all about the money and success and leadership and authority, and they do it really, really well. And they put their nose to the grindstone, and that's that Saturnian, energy. They know about time and the importance of it and the value of time and how they give it and how they receive it. And there's this definite respect for that. And where you're out and maybe more social, Leo, you've got that home, maybe reserved energy of Capricorn, which is perfectly okay with you because it's a long-term thing. You're not interested in someone that's not going to be around for a while. You like the long, loyal friends or, connections and love situations. Who doesn't? So I like this a lot. Let us see what it says. It says the Knight of Swords. So here we go. I mentioned at the beginning, we're starting, the age of Aquarius. So that's all about communication. And I feel like Leos certainly are capable of communicating. They love to talk. They love to express. Capricorns, not so much. They might be a little bit harder for them to bring out. They're just a little bit of a different energy going there, right? And this is showing that information's coming to you, and it's going to be positive. It's going to be just and fair, and it's going to be very straightforward. And here we have that beautiful affiliation with the Gemini partial lunar eclipse on Sunday. And it's all about that. It's all about connecting commerce. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So yeah, we're talking working and growing and networking. And this is hugely important to you and to Leo. So the two of you are really going to open up your dialogue. You're going to speak your truth. You're going to be extremely happy about that. Anything that was maybe unclear is now being cut away and just straightforward, hidden from the depths. The truth come out. We just finished Scorpio season, and that's all about purging and depth and revealing of truth. But more importantly, we have Venus in Scorpio. So that's really about that. In all of these connections, that's the underlying energy that's going on there. It's real truth and it's passion. So speak your truth, and if you've been hiding your feelings, bring them on out. They're coming out anyway. They're going to be found out, so don't try to hide that. But I love it. It's gorgeous. Sagittarius and Leo, fantastic. Very, very optimistic. We're in Sagittarius season, as I said. There's a beautiful energy of light and luck and motivation, and let's get things going. Movement is huge. Travel is huge for Sagittarius. Forward thinking, honesty, higher learning, goal setting. They're very inspirational. When you get two fire signs together, they can just go nuts, and they love it because they both have that level of energy that's unmistaken, and it kind of just, they feed off each other that way, right? They can be on the same, playing ground that way, and it's really, really nice. And there's that arrow that Sagittarius shoots up in the stars, and they go, that's where I'm going. And they get there. And they'll bring you along, and they'll help you, and that's really wonderful because that's where Leos want to be, up there. And you've got the, what do you have? The Knight of Cups. No, I'm so sorry. Who am I kidding here? I think it's the Knight of Wands, which is absolutely perfect. Nope, it's the King of Cups. Well, here you have the epitome of love and emotion and creativity and maturity when it comes to relationships. The most deepest heartfelt feelings are being spoken and felt right now. The cups represent the Cancer, Pisceans, or Scorpios. So I mentioned we do have, Venus is in Scorpio, so there's a lot of bubbling up and passion that's coming forth. How beautiful is that? Because let's face it, that hasn't happened a lot this year for many, many reasons. And it's time, and it's overdue. And I know a lot of people are like, I'm done waiting. This is real. Look at that beautiful full moon in the background showing you just how positive this eclipse is going to be for everybody. And it's going to change things, but it's going to make it so much better. It's an easier energy coming forward. Honestly, it's a lighter energy. Air and fire work really well together as well. So I love that a lot. This is perfect for today, and just sharing, feeling, and expressing your love is what's coming up. And then we have Leo and Scorpio. So I just mentioned to you, Scorpio is a water sign. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. Pluto is all about our transformation that we need to do from the inside out, and they do it all the time. They get to the nitty-gritty inside part of them, the shadow side that we all have, and they try to transform and regenerate and reinvent on a regular basis, and as well as other people. They want to help them do that as well. They accept the fact that we're not perfect. We have our shadow sides that, we're not necessarily proud of, but who make us us. That's what makes us us, Accept every part of you. They do. There's intensity here like none other. There's great passion, loyalty, fixed sign as well, just like you. They're not mincing words, you know what's real and what's up with the Scorpio. There are ones that are shy and they're not as revealing. Maybe they're younger and they're not at that point, but boy, when they reach that point, it's great because they don't have to worry about, well, what did I say? What I really meant this. That's not happening. What you see is what you get. And that's a beautiful thing. It might even be a little bit off-putting in the sense that it's so real, right? But it's really a beautiful thing. And I know there's a lot of sexual tension and energy and intimacy with the two of you, especially with Venus being in your sign, Scorpio. Ooh, we have the 10 of Wands. There you go. There's that new cycle. Your first highlighted connection talked about the 9. And there's the fiery wands of just having all these responsibilities and these ideas and this fired up energy and just almost more than you could handle, right? So much on your back, figuratively and, metaphorically. And the two of you have made it through. You're at that new cycle now. You're going to let down some of those burdens. You're going to delegate them out to other people and spend more time together in love, in connection, allowing this to, there's that full moon again. Wow. Well, the first card you got was all the moons with the beautiful Ace of Cups. Then, of course, the King. I mean, this moon is so very prevalent for everybody, but you're really going to be feeling it. It's going to make amazing changes, and you're going to let go of, like I said, some of the major, maybe even physical, burdens that you've been feeling, the aches and stuff that this year has brought on, the phantom pains that I think we've all experienced and thought, uh-oh, I better get it looked into. And please do. It could be nothing, but why risk it, okay? This also has to do with that. So, yeah, skeletal-wise, it doesn't have to be serious. I'm not a doctor. That's a representation of this card and the energy. But I like this a lot. New cycles are good for everybody, changes, even in the ones we've been with for so long. We need to see new things. We need to keep them spicy, right? Then we have Libra and Leo, which I love. I'm a Libra, and like I said, I had 2 Leo brothers and a lot of beautiful Leo friends, and I love you and I appreciate you, and it's the fire and air that works really well together. Libra is like balance, fairness, justice. They're ruled by Venus. There's a lot of love and love and relationships. Working through the tough times, we're air signs, so we have the mind constantly going and thinking and trying to see a lot of different perspectives, and being fair about not always having to be right, but understanding where another person's coming from in all relationships. It's just feeling like it's only fair that we allow other people to be who they are and to accept them for just that. That's the way the world needs to be, right? I think it's being recognized more than ever. And yeah, a cardinal sign. Libra, starts the season of fall. A lot of initiative, a lot of desire to move and keep things going. Socializing, you two could have amazing parties and a great amount of friends. And there you go. In your energy, the Queen of Swords. So there's a lot of thoughts are going through for the two of you. A lot of open communication that maybe had been stifled. It's time to stop all that. This newness that's coming through, and all about connection, all about ideas and being able to let go and forgive and just move on, come to mind. Life is way too short. Justice, fairness, truth, institutions, lawyers, doctors, people with higher learning comes to mind with these swords. So if you have law cases, I feel like they'll be just, and you'll find out the answers sooner than you may have thought. I would say by the end of the year. And I love it. It's beautiful. It's true. It's real. It's the real deal. That's important. It's always important. And then Virgo and Leo, many, many connections I see this way. And they're so different. Once again, there's the fire and the earth. Virgo is a mutable sign. They're very adaptable. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. All about the mind, studies, learning, education, expanding, growing, sharing, giving, teaching others, information, personified, just beautiful growth. I think it's really good for a lot of Virgos this year. I think they've come through a lot of different transitions and things that the year has brought. I think they've worked really hard this year, and I know a lot of them have not stopped working. They were not part of the non-essential group. So tireless, hardworking, caring, very giving, very grounded, reliable, practical, resourceful, organized. I will say that it's so important, and I don't think all Leos are. I know some can be ADD, my brother is, but that's not the case for everybody. That's a personal thing a lot of times, or it's different planets. But the perfectionism comes into mind, and they really want to do well, so you cannot go wrong with knowing that you can rely on a Virgo, honestly. And they're there for the long haul too, so I love that. What is your message? 5 of Cups. This has come up quite a bit in the readings. I think it's very self-explanatory. There's been heartache, emotional emotional sadness, having to let go, and grieving. Hugely part of this year for so many people. And behind this person that's on bended knee and just, feeling the despair that you do when you're first affected by such hardship in our lives, is these two cups standing upright, knowing there's always this connection, perhaps, this love relationship, this trust, this need for emotional fulfillment, to move forward, to move on, to know that you're helped, to know that you're guided, to know that you're loved. And maybe just feeling really emotional now because it's Thanksgiving today. I think that comes into the play. Like I said, remembering those that we love, whether they're here or not. It's always very much accentuated, at a time like today. But just knowing you can get through it, and it's okay to cry. It's actually wonderful to cry. It helps us so much. Don't hold that in. And feeling that love for each other. And the gratitude for that comes through with that. So that's beautiful, and it is very much a part of what's happening. And then we have Cancer and Leo. So there's that, oh my gosh, that beautiful tension and passion and attraction, water and fire. Whew! And Cancer is so incredibly loving and family oriented, and just like they just want to hold everybody and just near their bosom and just give and nurture and make sure they're well fed and make sure they're clothed and everything they need to do, and they will put that first, and they love the attraction that they get with this Leo. That power, that confidence is very attractive to them. The security they can get, they know that they have that's Leo's going to work hard to create and have a good life, and be there for you, like I said, you would be center stage for sure. And I think that's what's happening. And I feel like with this beautiful Venus in Scorpio, that's your fellow water sign, Cancer. So you're kind of getting that vibe. If it's in the same element, it still affects you. It affects everybody, right? But the water the most because it's in a water sign. And I think that you're really, I want to say, feeling like you need to start going to another level now. That's the time that today may get that incredible engagement question. I don't know. Something's coming really strongly through for me. Now, you're ruled by the moon, so you're very, very sensitive to the different currents and the phases of the moon. And here we have this beautiful full lunar eclipse happening on Sunday. So I feel like you're very, very sensitive to that and the beauty that it will bring for you. It's going to be very positive. But you're still feeling it, right? So you have to be careful. You're not taking in too much. Let it kind of just take those deep breaths today. Enjoy each other, love each other. What does your message have to say? Fire, boy. 8 of Wands, just fast information. Something's moving quickly. Maybe the engagement. News is coming, man. And this is a perfect day, right? Let me know. If you have not subscribed, please do me a favor of subscribing and liking and pushing the notification bell. I'm not sure when these get loaded every day now because of working. And may I also say that it's been upwards of 8-9 hours to upload a video. I don't know why. I'm doing my best, and they do eventually get there. I'm sorry that it takes that long, and hopefully this new eclipse will really change that for me in my career and making this really level up, as they say. But this isn't about me. This is about you. And like I said, this is incredible. This is fire, and this is passion, and it's really fast, like I said. So something's coming in really quickly, and I know you're going to like it. It's going to be beautiful. So let me know. When you subscribe, you can always comment, and I love that. It means everything to me. So yes, that is a beautiful message. Gemini and Leo, I know many. There's that fire and air. They just get along. There's just this wonderful, beautiful camaraderie and complementary energy and connection that's here. Now, the Gemini is once again an air sign. We are having the Gemini lunar eclipse. It's about communication, connection, commerce. They're ruled by Mercury. Everything having to do with speaking and conveying and connecting, like I said, is huge. And just, networking and socializing and bringing out the word, putting it out there through social media, putting it out there in person. when safe, putting it out through written word. They teach. They love to teach and to give knowledge to others in areas that maybe people don't know about. They're very knowledgeable about so many things. They're a mutable sign. They're very adaptable. They're a dual sign, so they have their ups and downs and overs and outs, and they're changeable. Exciting, no? Fun. It keeps the Leo on their toes. It kind of really intrigues them. There's great passion and love when it comes to both of you. I mean, Geminis will give you their heart too. They really will. And yeah, this is gorgeous. What does your message say? Ooh, there's that beautiful Ace of Swords. Complete clarity and confirmation on ideas and information coming through. How much more perfect can that be? Because that's what you represent, Gemini, and that's what's happening with your beautiful lunar eclipse. And that'll last for so long. So yes, and ideas, something having to do with communication for the two of you, whatever it is, you're going to go together on it. It's going to be beautiful. It could create so much in your life and for stability, and it could just blow up and keep growing and growing, especially with so much air coming up. That is a beautiful omen of what's happening. And then we have Leo and Taurus. And boy, you both couldn't be more different, and you both are together on a regular basis. I see this all the time. The strength of the two of you is very, very kind of a magnet, because you recognize the diligence and the steadfast energy of wanting to get better and improve and really be the best at what you do. And once again, the Taurus is a fixed sign. Taurus is ruled by Venus, so they're very interested in money and luxury and beauty and nature. They love, being in nature, going on these beautiful hikes for their ability to kind of meditate and to keep themselves grounded. They're already grounded. Wonderful, wonderful when it comes to deep love and, authenticity. They'll be there for you. They're tried and true. Not all that interested in change so much, and nor are you, Leo. So that kind of works, on a long-term basis, whatever their connection is. Yeah, it's gorgeous. And this year's been pretty good for a lot of the earth signs because of the Capricorn influence, that we've had predominantly. It's been good. I think work can be good. I think you've both been talking about it if you haven't actually been able to do it. And what do you have here? Judgment. Major Arcana Judgment. Well, I love judgment. Judgment is not just about justice or anything like that, although it comes into play. Judgment is a decision that has been made. It is like a karmic, fated situation, and it is real, and it's from the bottom of your toes up to your nose. It's just internal. It's knowing. It's something that you've come to terms with, and you're extremely happy about and at peace with. It's really kind of this co-creation kind of understanding that had to happen, but has brought you together perhaps, or has given you the decision to, yes, move forward. I love it. It's understanding the deepest part of you that needs to transform and to become and to grow into who you are now or who you want to be. And that's what I see for the two of you. It's limitless. And, there's a bugle for just, the song Hallelujah or whatever it may be. Yes. It's no more vacillating, right? And there's that steadfastness to the Taurus as well. So that's strong. That's beautiful. Now we have Aries and Leo. There's the real McCoy I was thinking originally. This is the two fire powerhouses that, once again, we have the moon in Aries today. We have Mars, the ruling planet of Aries, in Aries till January still. You both have such incredible energy and desire and just this power to go forward, to create. Cardinal Aries is all about initiating and starting and making things happen. You love that. You love that kind of energy where you can feed off of it, right, Leo? You love the confidence they have. You love the fact that you can be good friends and you can really share and understand each other in a fundamental way, from the the DNA of the two of you have. And, you know, that initiating kind of energy that spurs you on and excites you. It's a great combination. It can be amazing things happening. What does it say? Well, Hierophant. So here we have the higher learning, you know, well, a lot of times it's on a religious, you know, if you want to put it that way, but it's the priest, it's the guides in our life, the mentors, the gurus, and many times our own incredible higher power and you know, spirituality of us that lets us know exactly what we need to know. With the Mars in retrograde for 2 months in Aries, where they were pretty much not able to do nearly as much as they would hope they would have, and the world was going on, it's just what we have to accept, right? It was very introspective, and I think a lot of insight and, you know, understanding for things that hadn't been thought about, maybe in a lifetime with the Aries, it really came into play. And maybe it was about making that decision to get married and to really commit. You know, Aries is a very, very independent sign a lot of times, but when they are attracted to somebody like a Leo or whoever, you know, and I would say Leo is very high on their list, one of their most compatible signs. They're in it for the long haul. They want this to happen. They want to bring that passion. They want to work together, 50-50, you know, partnership. And it's beautiful. So I can understand and see very clearly where there might be a wedding that may have had to been delayed, but that will be happening in 2021. I feel like it's extremely, I feel spiritual, you know, like divine guidance with this particular message that really, it's just right. You know, it's just absolutely right. And it's time. And it's all about timing, right? So I absolutely love that. And I love the connections. I love the messages. I just pray that it's an amazing day and that you'll really look back on 2020 and remember how incredibly great it was that you could sit at a table or be at your home or whatever it is you're doing and be here and be okay and love the people and help the people that aren't, and just say thank you for allowing me to get through that, because it was an interesting and difficult year for all of us, right? But we're almost through it. It can only get better, right? So let me read you your beautiful oracle messages. And I want to start with this wonderful deck that I recently got, Brendan Burchard's The Motivation Manifesto cards. I just pick one out for you, Leo. All the beautiful Leos, and it's just an inspiration. You know, it's one of those, let's get it up and let's feel positive and let's start our day that way and then think about it the whole day that way. And it'll just change and keep things in positive light. It's a short and sweet one, and yet I know it's powerful. We must reclaim our agenda with a forceful grip. I said gripped, but really it's grip. We must reclaim our agenda with a forceful grip. If that is not part of this energy today, I don't know what is. The fire, the ambition, the drive, the motivation. That's a beautiful saying. These are new for me. I've pulled like 4 now. How perfect is that for you, beautiful Leos? And then we're going to go on to the Psychic Tarot for the Heart message. And it is about the heart, and you know how much heart you have. This is a huge component to the personality and reality of Leos. They are incredibly heartfelt and passionate in everything they do. So this is for you and all of your beautiful connections on this beautiful Thanksgiving Day 2020. Believe and succeed. Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, that's what you're all about. That is what you are all about. 6, and that's balance. This is the inside of a boat and just going for and seeing the light ahead, you know, and I'll show you. And just knowing what we believe we will achieve, right? And that's what this is saying to you. Isn't that beautiful? It's so perfect with what the messages have been. And I'll read to you even more because I love what John Holland has to say and how he words things. Number 6. I love it. Where are we? Oops, 2. In between here. Whoops, 7. Here we go. Guess what it is? Love. Wow, keywords: relate, choose, harmonize, romance, creativity, and reconciliation. It's amazing. Take some time to examine your relationship with others as well as yourself. Are you coming from a place of love? It's important to empathize, remain non-judgmental, and love people for who they are. The same applies to your relationship with yourself. There are opportunities now to bring your being into a harmonious whole. Forgive your faults and rejoice in your perfect uniqueness. We had said that earlier. Fully accepting of who we are. It may be time to examine the choices you make regarding matters of the heart. Are you choosing to have people in your life who support and empower you? Surround yourself only with those who encourage and sustain you, and who push or guide you to be all you can truly be. This will help you value yourself and raise your vibration to that unconditional love. And there's a fair amount more, but I'm going to finish it by saying the affirmation: I honor myself as well as others by acting from a place of love. That's pretty amazing. And the archetype for this message is the lovers. That did not come up, but I think in many ways you're seeing the passion and the fire within you coming forth and, and expressing that. And that's beautiful. So I will finish with your beautiful super attractor manifestation message, mantra, affirmation. That's all about feeling the life that you want into reality for yourself. Like attracts like, right? Our thoughts and our feelings must be in the same vibration in order to bring that which we want into our lives. So for all the beautiful Leos and your wonderful connections on this beautiful day of Thanksgiving 2020, I love this. And there you have the crown, like the king that you are, the Leo, the king of the forest. I slow down and listen to the guidance that's available to me. And it's always there if we choose to listen. Fantastic. Much, much love to you. I honestly hope you have a beautiful day. And I'll be back tomorrow. So if you want some more of this, come on down. I'll be here. And you get a reading every day, essentially. It's just a different, featured sign. So, but yeah, much love to you. Enjoy your meals. Enjoy the festivities. Enjoy your deepest love, okay? Bring that out. And until next time, thanks and bye for now.